Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn about few file viewing as well as editing commands. Okay, so in this case we are going to learn commands like head, tail, less, more, sort, etc. Okay, so stay tuned till the end. I hope you all like it. Okay, so the very first command that we are going to learn is about head. So basically head is used to view the top lines of that particular file. Okay, for example, I have got this file that is test.txt. Okay, now if I want to view first 10 lines of this particular file test.txt, I can just run this particular command and here are the top 10 lines of this particular file. Okay, it starts from here. Yeah, so similarly, in order to view the last lines of that particular file, we make use of tail command, that is tail. If you want to view last 10 lines of this particular file, then you can just enter this, and here are the last 10 lines of our file, which is test.txt. Okay, so this is pretty simple and also very easy to remember as well. Okay, now the next thing is that if we want to view or search, okay, a particular word in that particular file, we have multiple options, but one such option is less command. Okay, so I have this test.txt, and if I just mention less test.txt, enter. Okay, so if I want to search for a particular word, that is, let's say Android. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give /. You can see at the bottom, okay, over here, that I have got a /, and then after that I would be just entering the word that I want to search in it. Okay, so let me go for Android. Okay, and say enter. Okay, so now over here you can view the words that you searched for. Okay, similarly, if you want to view these words line by line, then you can go for next. So at the top over here we have got this Android. Okay, and then after that we have this line, right? So if I go and enter N over here, it will go to this particular line, then this one, then it will say that pattern is not found. So once it completes all of the lines that contains this particular word, it is going to give me pattern not found. Okay, so this was all about less. Also we have one more thing, like now we were searching from the top to bottom, right? Now if I want to search from bottom to top, then what I can use is I can enter question mark and then I can type Android. Okay, and now if I go for next, it will go up because we are searching from bottom to top. Okay, now it will go at the topmost thing. Fine, so this was about less. That is, if we want to search a particular word from top to bottom, we make use of a /. And if we want to search this particular word from bottom to top, then we make use of a question mark. It's as simple as that. Okay, now you are at the top, right? Now if I want to go to the bottom, I can just go Shift and G. Now I am at the end of this file. Again, if I go to the top, I can just enter P. I am at the top. So in this way you can make use of less command in order to navigate and also search for words in a particular file. So if I want to come out of this, I can just go and click on Q. That's all. Okay, I think this is pretty much clear. Now the next thing that we are going to talk is about more. Now this more command is basically used to view the file page by page. Okay, so let's see how. Now if I go for more test.txt and go for enter, you can see that this is the topmost page, which is starting with Linux and ending with the to the user. Okay, now if I go and enter, you will now see that there is something different over here. Okay, I'll also go down arrow. So over here you can see that this is a different page altogether, where it ends with a vulnerable and is starting with this particular 3. Okay, again you can see a Linux distribution. This is another page altogether. Again you will go down. So in this way you can view the file page by page with the help of this more command. Okay, so it is quite helpful in viewing it that way. Okay, now I have one more file over here, that is hello.txt. Let's view this particular file. So in here you can see that I have just entered these letters out here. Okay, and if I want to sort these, okay, they are already pretty much sorted. Let us do one thing. Let's create one more file like vi abc.txt. Okay, if I enter, let's say A, then go for C, then go for D, then go for B, then go for Z, then L, then Y, then U, G. Okay, and let's escape out of it. Okay, so we have this new file, that is abc.txt, and in here you can see that the order is not in a sorted form, right? So in order to sort it, what we are going to do is just enter sort abc.txt and enter, and over here you can see that all of these lines are in a sorted way now. Okay, fine. Now if I want to sort in a reverse manner, then what I can do is sort -r abc.txt. Okay, now over here it is in a descending order, right? So in this way you can play with it, okay, to understand it in a much better way. Now similarly, if I want to make some changes to this file, okay, so if I want to enter like duplicates, okay, so here are so many duplicates over here, right? So what I can do is I can just escape and save this. Now over here, since I've added duplicates, and if I want to sort this in a unique manner, then what I can do is, let's go for cat first. You can view this. If I want this in a unique way, like I don't want this B to be repeated, okay, I want to sort it in that way. So what I can do is sort abc.txt, okay, and then I will be typing this unique word, and now over here you can see that none of them is repeated because of this particular unique command, okay, that we have added over here. Okay, that's pretty much fine, I guess, right? Now if you want to divide a particular file into multiple files on the basis of the number of lines that they have. Okay, so for example, let's take test.txt. okay, let's cat it. So over here you can see that it is a huge file, so sometimes it is better to view those files in a small parts, right, so that it's pretty much clear to view them. So if I want to divide them, then what I can do is I can make use of a split command. So this split command is over here, split -l, which stands for the number of lines. So if I say that I want it for 15 lines, and this is the name of my file, okay, and enter. Now over here you can see that multiple files have been created, that is XAA, XAB, XAC, XAD. Okay, so all of the 4 files have been created, which have divided the file test.txt into 4 different files, because each of these files will have 50 lines within them. Okay, so let us view this file. So let's start from XAA, and over here you can see that this is something which has got 50 lines altogether. Okay, so it has divided this particular file, that is test.txt, in such a way that each of the file will contain 50 different lines. Understood? So this is how it works. Similarly, you can also view XAB. Okay, and the content is pretty much different, of course. You can see a Linux distribution. It's starting from that and ending with cutting edge technologies, and over here you can see it's ending with a vulnerable, that is XAA, and starting with Linux. So it's different, right? So in this way we can split our file. Now again, I already said that there are multiple ways to view or search a particular word in the file. So the another way over here is using grep command. Okay, so if I want to view Linux, okay, in the file test.txt and enter, and in this way over here it will give all the words in a highlighted format over here. Okay, so in this way grep works. So grep is pretty much easy as compared to less command, but it is also a one way to go with the searching functionality. Okay, now similarly, if you want to search for multiple words in this particular file, okay, so there are multiple words. So in that case we can go for egrep command, where we are going to make use of, let's say, Linux, then we have, let's say, Android, let's say another one that is vulnerable. Okay, so these are pretty much words which I want to search within this particular file, that is test.txt, and enter. And over here you can see all of the words highlighted which I wanted to search. For example, Android over here, Linux over here is highlighted. Also the vulnerable is over here, which got highlighted. Okay, so you can easily search it this way if you want to search for a multiple words. Okay, so this is quite helpful. You can also try it out and see how it works. Okay, so if I want to find the number of lines in this particular file, then in that case what I can use is word count -l, and this is the name of my file, and the count is over here, that is 153. Now the next thing is that I will be creating 2 files, file 1 as well as file 2. Okay, and we will be comparing these 2 files. So let me create one file, that is file 1. My name is Gauri and I am a software engineer. Okay, let's escape it. Now I will be creating one more file. Here I will be mentioning my name is Atharva and I am a student. Okay, let's save this file. Okay, now we have got these two files. Now if I want to compare these two files, let me show you both of them first. Okay, so these are the two files, and if I want to compare these two files, okay, so I will be making use of CMP, that is compare file 1 as well as file 2. So it will tell me that line 2, that is 2 lines and 8 bytes, differ in file 1 as well as file 2. But if you want to see it more clearly, then you can go for diff file 1 and file 2. Now over here you will see that you will see the changes over here. So this is different, these two differ, okay, and this name also differs. It is not showing here properly. Let me just clear it and once again try to view it. Okay, yeah, it's more clear now. So basically what it shows is that my is same in both of them. So what differs is name is Gauri and name is Atharva, and these two again are same, and what differs is this is a software engineer and a student. So these two are differing. So in this way you can find the difference between the two files. Okay, now there is one more important command. Okay, so for that I would like to go to the root directory. Okay, so over here if I go for find, I want to find a particular file, the location of a particular file. Okay, then in that case I will be just going for test.txt and enter. So it has found the path. Okay, for few cases, like for few what we say folders, it gives me permission denied because I am a user and I don't have the permissions to go and search in these particular files. No worries over here. Okay, what we can do is we can just add sudo over here. Okay, so it will give me only the path. Okay, so over here you can see this is the path of my particular file. You can ignore this. Okay, so basically in order to find the location of the particular file, we can make use of find. Okay, also there is one more command, that is locate. Okay, so locate test.txt. Locate is not found over here, so what I can do is I can just install this particular thing over here. Now if I go for this particular command, you can see that this, for these paths we have got this particular file, that is test.txt. Okay, so the difference between find and locate is that within the locate, what is the thing that it has a database which needs to be updated, okay, which gets updated whenever we create a file, but it takes some time to update it. Okay, so in order to update that particular database, we make use of update db. Okay, so we should go for sudo, since it is going to give us the permissions to update the database. Okay, so similarly, if I create one more file, say touch sample.txt. Okay, so let's go for sudo. Since it is a root file, root directory, it is going to give us some problem over here. So if I create this particular file, and now if I want to locate this file, okay, so it is not going to show me the file path or the location. Why? Because this update db takes some time to update the cache in this particular database. Now if I want to update it, I can go for sudo update db, and once it gets updated, it is going to show me the path. So it is in the same directory, so it's showing me this particular path. So understood? So this is quite interesting. Okay, you can do hands-on on this. Okay, so once you actually go and view these, you will be able to understand them in a more better way, rather than just watching or just reading the commands. So most of them just read the commands, like what they do, and just leave it as it is. But unless and until you actually practice those commands, the fine details, you won't be able to understand them in a detailed way. Okay, like how we understood update db today, right? So unless and until you practice, it is not going to help. So I hope this was a bit useful to you. Okay, so have a nice day and stay tuned. Thank you so much.